Imagine two people earning the same income. They live in the same city, shop at the same stores, and complain about the same bills. 10 years later, one is still stressed about money. The other owns assets, sleeps better, and has options. So here's the uncomfortable question. If income didn't change, what did? The answer is not luck, secret knowledge, or magical investments. It is mindset, behavior, and long-term design. Wealth is rarely built in a moment. It is built in patterns that repeat quietly over years. Rule number 1. They don't chase money, they build systems. Most people think about money emotionally. They feel rich after payday and broke a week later. Rich people tend to think about money mechanically. To them, money is not a feeling, it is a system. Systems don't rely on motivation, they rely on rules. Automatic saving, automatic investing, and predictable spending limits mean wealth continues growing even on lazy or stressful days. This matters because modern wealth growth is not limited to billionaires. According to the UBS Global Wealth Report 2025, the number of everyday millionaires, people with $1 to $5 million in net worth, has been rising steadily, particularly in developed economies. These individuals are not lottery winners, they are system builders. Their wealth grows because their financial lives are designed to function without constant decision-making. Rule number 2. Time is treated like a scarce asset, not an infinite one. Rich people are not obsessed with being busy, they are obsessed with being effective. Time is the one resource that cannot be earned back, borrowed, or inherited. That is why wealthy individuals often redesign their lives around time protection long before they redesign them around luxury. They minimize repetitive decisions, automate low-value tasks, and avoid environments that constantly drain attention. This creates space for compounding activities such as learning, strategic thinking, relationship building, and health. Wealth compounds in the same place time compounds. If your days are chaotic, your finances usually are too. Rule number 3. Risk is calculated, not romanticized. There is a popular myth that rich people are fearless gamblers who bet everything on bold moves. In reality, most wealthy individuals are deeply allergic to the wrong kinds of risk. They are careful to avoid risks that can permanently damage their health, reputation, or legal standing, because those losses cannot be easily reversed. Instead, they are comfortable taking calculated risks where the downside is limited and survivable, but the upside is disproportionately large. This mindset explains why wealthy people diversify their investments, insure aggressively, and rarely put all their resources into a single idea. They understand a fundamental rule of wealth building: survival comes before growth. One catastrophic mistake, a lawsuit, a reckless deal, or a reputational scandal can wipe out decades of steady progress. That is why they are not chasing adrenaline or excitement, they are chasing durability. Longevity beats heroics every time. Rule number 4. Saving is a rule, not what's left over. One uncomfortable economic reality is that higher income households account for a disproportionate share of total savings across many economies. Central bank data consistently shows that wealth accumulates faster when saving is habitual and automatic, rather than occasional and emotional. But the most important factor here is not income level, it is behavior. Many self-made millionaires report that saving came first, not last. According to Northwestern Mutual's 2025 Planning and Progress study, nearly 4 out of 5 American millionaires describe themselves as self-made. That does not mean they all started poor or faced the same obstacles. It means that long before wealth appeared, saving and investing were treated as non-negotiable rules. Money was allocated to the future before it was allowed to be spent on the present. Wealth followed the habit, not the other way around. Rule number 5. Discipline is real, but environment matters more. Popular culture loves the idea that rich people possess extraordinary self-control, as if they wake up every day brimming with discipline. Psychology research tells a different story. Long-term success is less about heroic willpower and more about environment design. Updated research on delayed gratification shows that context, predictability, and trust in future outcomes matter just as much as raw self-control. Wealthy people often remove temptation instead of fighting it. Investments are automated, so decisions are not constantly revisited. Spending money is mentally and physically separated from future-oriented money. Friction is intentionally added to behaviors that could derail progress. From the outside, this looks like discipline. In reality, it is architecture. The system does the hard work so the individual doesn't have to rely on motivation every day. Rule number 6. Assets are boring until they aren't. The internet loves stories of dramatic investment wins, overnight success, and perfectly timed bets. Real wealth, however, is usually built through boring consistency. Regular market participation, long time horizons, low fees, and emotional restraint do more for net worth than clever timing or bold predictions. Reuters reporting on UBS wealth data shows that global wealth growth has been strongly influenced by market performance and currency effects, reinforcing a simple truth: staying invested matters. Avoiding panic matters. Letting compounding do its work matters. Wealth is rarely created by genius alone. It is preserved and grown by patience, repetition, and the ability to stay calm when others are emotional. Rule number 7. Spending increases, but upgrades are strategic. When income rises, most people upgrade visible aspects of their lives first. Cars become newer, phones become more expensive, and lifestyles expand rapidly to match earnings. Wealthy builders often upgrade differently. They are more likely to spend on health, education, productivity tools, and environments that increase their long-term output. This does not mean wealthy people avoid pleasure or live ascetic lives. It means they understand opportunity cost. Every dollar spent today is also a dollar that cannot produce freedom tomorrow. The wealthy are not anti-spending, they are selective spenders. Their upgrades are designed to increase capacity, not just appearance. Rule number 8. Relationships are treated like long-term assets. Wealth rarely grows in isolation. Rich people understand the value of social capital and treat relationships as long-term investments rather than short-term transactions. They build trust slowly, show up consistently, and aim to be useful before they aim to benefit. Over time, this approach creates access to better information, better opportunities, and better timing. This is not manipulation. It is reliability compounded over years. People prefer to work with those they trust, and trust grows the same way wealth does, gradually, through repeated positive interactions. Rule number 9. Identity drives behavior more than motivation. One of the most powerful differences in wealthy thinking is the role of identity. Instead of constantly asking what they should do, wealthy builders focus on who they are becoming. When someone sees themselves as an investor, investing becomes normal. When someone sees themselves as a builder, learning and improving feel natural. Identity reduces decision fatigue. Actions stop feeling like sacrifices and start feeling like expressions of self. This is why motivation is unreliable, it fluctuates. Identity is durable. It quietly shapes behavior even on bad days, tired days, and unmotivated days. Rule number 10. Freedom, not flash, is the real goal. Despite appearances, many wealthy individuals are not chasing luxury. They are chasing control. Control over time, control over stress, control over location, control over who they work with and what problems they solve. This is why global debates about wealth increasingly focus on power rather than consumption. Wealth is leverage. It shapes life choices long before it buys luxury goods. Even some high net worth individuals publicly acknowledge the societal impact of extreme wealth and call for structural reforms. The point is not morality. The point is influence. If this changed how you think about money, habits, and long-term freedom, don't stop here. There's a lot more beneath the surface. We break down real ideas and the quiet rules that shape powerful lives every single day. If you want to be smarter every day, like and subscribe.